Hello and welcome to A Better Life. In this video, we will talk about one thing to remember to live an inspired and positive life. I would appreciate it if you would consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. That would be a big help. I'm going to use a famous moment in Olympic history to drive home today's point. This Olympic moment happened 30 years ago, so there's a good chance you haven't seen it. I will put a link to that video in the description. One thing that happens to all of us at some point is we lose perspective when we have a day that's really frustrating. Maybe it's a comment that was said to us, something that really throws us off of our bearings. We might look back at that day a month later and wonder why we got so upset in the first place. But at that moment, we really can lose perspective about how big a deal something might be. So let's get to that Olympic story. In 1992, there was a British sprinter named Derek Redmond. He'd competed in the Olympics before. He'd had success. Derek was competing in the grueling 400-meter race. The gun was fired and the runners took off. About halfway around the track, Derek pulled a hamstring severely, so bad that he fell to the track. His dreams of an Olympic medal were over. The other runners finished the race while Derek lay on the backstretch. Eventually, he would get up and start hopping toward the finish line. And what makes this most famous is that he was joined on the track by his father, who helped him finish the race. Now, technically, he was disqualified for getting help, but in the moment, it was a great heartwarming scene with a really sad backdrop. As that scene played out, the whole world was a Derek Redmond fan. But you can understand how disappointed he was. The amount of training that goes into even trying to make an Olympic team, much less getting that far and have a legitimate chance to win a medal, but it wasn't to be. However, that unfortunate event led to two other things. Today, Derek Redmond is a successful motivational speaker, and it's fair to say that the story of his Olympic injury and the fact it was so widely witnessed helped that career as well. There was a second unexpected blessing to come from that Olympics. He went on to meet a British swimmer at those Olympic Games. 2 years later, the couple was married. You see, this Olympics, which stands out as like his darkest day, wound up being very positive for him in two other ways down the road. And there are many other stories that are much more common. It's not unusual to hear someone say they lost their job, but it wound up being the best thing that ever happened to them. One of the keys to life and maintaining a good mood and general positivity is just to learn to roll with the punches and understand that, there's going to be bad days and bad people and things will happen, but the vast majority of the time we're going to overreact to them in a negative way, only to find out that down the road it really wasn't that big a deal. And sometimes that negative event actually leads to something far more positive. So the next time you step on a Lego barefoot, man, that's no fun. Or you burn your frozen pizza, you get in a minor fender bender, or somebody's really rude to you online, just remember it's not that big a deal. Merely a word in the book that is your life story. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for the video you see on your screen right now. We will talk about how to deal with the person you talk to the most in your lifetime, especially when they don't believe in you.